3, 2, 1, we're live, and here we are. It's Simon Itchy. We're doing the local port retro for the week. Itchy was just asking me about RubyMine versus Sublime, and I think they're different tools for slightly different jobs, and I use both of them. I find myself the way I tend to be using Sublime for Sinatra projects, and I tend to use RubyMine for my Rails projects. Or there's an extent to which the larger the project gets, the more I'm tempted to use RubyMine. The particular thing, and I don't know if you managed to watch the full video of the client meeting yesterday.
Yeah, I watched it this morning.
There was a thing that, excellent. There was a thing that I got into with Michael, and let's get that out of the way. So I think the key thing for me, the key feature that I think is potentially a great time-saving thing in RubyMine is, and I think if I click back through here, get to the, oh really? We were reviewing some of the features that we were talking about working on. I hate when it does that. Right. And I forget which one it was now. I'll just find another example or something. But I can, in principle, on any, basically that you get a level of support of different of methods and lookup of those methods that you don't get in Sublime. So you can see here, I can look up this, where here within filter by categories, and I can see here this is, pulling down. I'm doing a category ID and IDs. I mean, I can then click on this, and this will actually take me to the place in the Rails source code where I can read exactly how that works. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah. I understand.
And so within my own code, like if we go to the organization controller there, I can see that there's a method here user can edit, and I can just do Command B, and it jumps me to the definition of that. I guess what some people might argue that this sort of feature allows you to build, more complex code. If you can't find the stuff that you need, then maybe that means that your whole code base has got more complex. But I think that under the hood, Rails is kind of complex, and particularly in a situation in which I want to, dive down into different things, then being able to dive from one thing to another and go in there and see exactly what's happening under the hood with Rails is potentially very valuable.
Cool.
Yeah. So.
Okay, sounds good.
But it's also, it's more of a power tool than Sublime, and so it can take a little while to get used to its features and so on. So kind of,
Yeah, it's what I was thinking. I was thinking now a new one to learn after I start to get used to Sublime tests. So I was thinking if it was worth it or not. But I guess it is. Overall, if it's used in the companies.
Yeah, and I think you'll find different development teams who prefer to use different things. Marian's just joined us. Hey, Marian, how are you doing?
Hello.
Hello, Marian.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi. I'm good. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm better. Yes, I'm still. Yeah, but this pneumonia apparently takes a while to get over. But yeah, on the mend. Yeah, it's been a while since we managed to chat. Partly because I had pneumonia. But Marian, this is Ichi. Ichi, this is Marian.
Hi, Ichi. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Marian. Nice to meet you too.
So, Ichi, Marian's been a developer on local support for a very long time, and is also a professional developer. And yeah, we go kind of way back. And Marian, Ichi is she's just graduated from Makers Academy on the fully online course, on the Ronin course. Which is kind of a cool new thing that we're doing. Yeah, so we just, Ichi joined us for the local support prep yesterday, and we were just talking about RubyMine versus Sublime. But I think you prefer Vim, don't you?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easier to navigate, I think, without clicking.
Yeah, just stay entirely on the keyboard. And what was when you pair with Michael or John? I mean, Michael and John, do they both use RubyMine?
No, they use Vim now.
Oh, have you converted them? Oh, right. I see. I guess, yeah. I mean, there's various people here using Vim, and I kind of I don't know. Will I go to Vim? I mean, yeah. Anyway, basically the hardcore people do Vim, really. So it's, yeah, good stuff. They're both on Vim now. Yeah. Okay. I see the challenge. The gauntlet has been thrown down. There we go. I was just going to, well, Marion, were you saying you haven't got long? You've got a...
Yeah, I don't. I'm waiting for, I have a meeting. They will start late, though, so.
Sure. Well, let's just go to you. I guess you've been, I mean, we had Michael in the client meeting yesterday, and I've been chatting with him. You've been following along, you know, I think it's now multi-week process where we've been showing the new features of the client, and I think we finally got something that the client, you know, likes the flow for. From your point of view, you getting the information that you need, and you're preparing with, I think it's mainly with Michael. Is John kind of pretty busy at the moment, I guess?
Yeah, I think he's looking for a place to move, to buy a house, and yeah, I mean, they keep us hopping over at Namely.
Right, yeah, because you're both in the same. When you say they keep you hopping, is in they keep moving you from office to office?
No, just really busy.
Sure. Yes. Well, they want to, you know, there's apparently all people wanting websites built and so on, I guess.
Yeah. So. Yeah, and yeah, we've been really busy, but you know, I'm trying to get into local support when I can because it's fun. And John, yeah, I guess he's been a little bit less available, but sometimes we can lure him in with a problem.
Yeah, cool.
We ask him a question.
Yeah, that's the way to go. But yeah, so from your point of view, it's all going reasonably smoothly at the moment.
Yep. And yeah, Michael was talking about the feature flag maybe, and I understand I saw there's a problem with database migration. I guess we have to look at. There's definitely
some issue that might be a sticky issue, but is not clear. But yeah, I helped Michael get set up yesterday with the clone of the production data so that he can test with it and find out what's going on. So yeah, I think he'll let us know if that's a blocker or not. But yes, and we also managed yesterday actually to vote, and then Jade, who's another Ronin graduate, I'm trying to look for a page. I want to look at the Pivotal Tracker, don't I? Do I have a Pivotal Tracker up somewhere? I think I actually closed down all the things. But yeah, we managed to vote on a few new stories and get sorted out in that regard. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty positive about, I mean, the feature that you guys have been working on, and with that sort of completed, we have kind of like a whole flow in the site. Do you know what I mean? Like way back when, like 18 months ago, we were talking about these 4 ways of creating organizations, and one of them was always out of band, as it were, using the Google form. With this one sort of in place, I feel like the site is kind of really coming of age, so to speak. I don't know if that makes but yeah, so we've got we voted on a few things, and then there's various sort of corollary features that appear. We've got I feel like we've got like a big load of bugs there to look through. But anyway, so there's a few people who might try and get involved. Anyway, yeah, from your point of view, yeah, retrospect, looking back over the last few weeks, it's all okay. Any comments on the workflow or how things are going?
No, I think it's good. You know, it's just a matter of for me, time is the big blocker.
Sure. Yeah, but I think, you know, it's a nice thing about this kind of project that, you know, as people's availability go up, Paul's been back on the autograders recently. Nice to see him. I've been thinking he's not really getting involved in an active development mode, but he's handing over everything for Armando's TAs. So that's good to see. Yes. Anyway, so we've got a few more people potentially interested in the project. There's one who's based in San Francisco at the moment. So he might be another person potentially to pair with, but we'll see. I mean, I'm basically going to try and get a few more people set up now. Cool.
And we've been posting our sessions on Slack, and either maybe later today, or evening, or hopefully tomorrow we'll be pairing.
Cool. And you're clicking the record button when you do your pairing.
Maybe not.
Well, please do.
I will.
You know that a puppy dies every time the button is not there. So let's keep those puppies nice and alive.
I've actually got to run, but good to meet you, Etienne. I hope we'll catch up again soon.
Nice to meet you too.
Yeah. And I think particularly for people like Ichi, I think who may or may not be able to catch some of it. So I think Ichi, are you in the same? You're in are you in UTC? Which time zone are you in?
If I am sorry.
Which time zone are you in?
Are you same as you?
Same as yeah. You're in GMT, like British summertime.
Yeah, in London.
Yeah. So I wasn't sure where you're based.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. So
Hackney.
Right. Okay. Just around the corner. So yeah, we lost Marion there, but Marion's often doing it late. So if she can.
Right.
Anyway,
Is she from USA?
Say again.
Is she from USA?
Yes. She's on the East Coast.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Anyway, sometimes there are late evening ones that you might be able to join. Anyway, she had to go. So anyway, so so you were able to watch the client meeting recording. Any questions arising from that?
I don't know from that, but I wanted to ask you where I was checking this pivotal tracker, and
oh, yes.
I think I already understand more or less how it works, but still I don't know what they meant when they say iterations.
Iterations. Yes. Where did you see the word iteration written down? Was that
in the video? No, it's part of the program.
I think what they mean is like it's like here. Can you see? I'm pointing to it. It's got this block where there, and I think this is iterations, and we've got kind of like this is like a velocity of 2 points, and so based upon our historic activity in terms of delivering features, Pivotal Tracker has worked out. It thinks that we will deliver 2 points worth of stories every 4 weeks, and so these iterations. This is like sort of that's what I think. That's what it's referring to when it talks about iterations.
Yeah, I was a bit confused what they meant by iteration, to be honest. Yeah, sometimes it seems like they mean like what you are pointed now, but for me that is like kind of the days more than another thing, isn't it?
Well, I think that there's a thing. If I sign in here, is that the right one to do, or just sign in with Google and go over here? And I know I'm the wrong page. Oh, don't do that. No, don't do that. No, what did I want? I want. Come here. Local support. So if we look here in the settings, edit settings, you can see here, there it says iteration length. Yeah.
Okay.
Is 4 weeks. So you can adjust that depending upon how active your project is, and ours is, I mean, as a volunteer-based project, it's activity, so we basically we're measuring our iteration on the longest timescale possible. But so this, so specifically, have a great weekend, Evgeny. So you can see 13th of July to 10th of August is 4 weeks, 28 days exactly. So that's on it's not a month. It's not, it's specifically 28 days. I mean, we could adjust that and, things would look different. But based on a historical delivery of features, we have, we go through a process here of, it calculates, let's say 2 points, and then, basically these are the iterations.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go on.
Well, I have another question. Well, not very important, but now, for example, when I clone the project and I bundle it, I was asked for the Ruby version 2.00, and I think I have 2.2.2. Well, is that important? Well, I know it's because it's a tab in the project, but is intentionally put that version, or is just because when it was created was the last one?
I think it was intentionally there because we were on version 1.9 on the original project, and we specifically upgraded to 2.0. Well, one of the things that we could do, subsequently is, and what we should do is upgrade to a newer version of Ruby, but we haven't tested that. I mean, that would be that would be a thing to do now. We could, do that. and if we were lucky, you know, that upgrade of the Ruby wouldn't have any impact on the system. But I guess it's like not necessarily the priority right now. Certainly, that's the kind of thing. That's like a chore. I think we probably have the chore somewhere here, like for doing upgrading to more recent versions of Ruby. It's not being worked on. That's the kind of thing that if you were interested, you would be more than welcome to work on.
Okay. I should do that, of course, in my local machine, in a branch before do anything, and try if it works. The problem is because I don't know very well still the project. I don't know if everything is working right.
I mean, I think it would be a difficult thing to take on right now as a first activity. I mean, do you need help getting the right version of Ruby? Do you want to share your screen and I can help you with that?
No, I fixed it. I changed with the RVM, the version.
Yeah, or you did RVM use 2.0.0 or and switched over and you did bundle there and it all worked for you and so on.
Yeah, it worked. Yeah. Yeah, it was just curious, more than it didn't work or something. It was just about what was the reason. If it was because some versions works better with some projects and another versions with another project.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was just being cautious. I mean, we did have a process before. We had a big upgrade from Ruby 1.9 and Rails 3 to Rails 4 and Ruby 2, and you know, I think that's as far as we got in doing that. And it may also be the case. I mean, I suspect that probably the most recent version of Ruby, when we did that about 6 months ago, may only have been 2.1. But there you go. So you now you've done it. You've got set up with Ruby 2.00. You've got bundled
everything.
Have you got the Bower done as well?
The what? Sorry.
So bundle manages the dependencies for Ruby.
Yeah.
Bower, BOWER.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know you were using that, to be honest.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a Rails project, but we have a fair amount of JavaScript in the front end, and so Bower manages our JavaScript dependencies.
Okay, and it was a command Bower install.
Yeah, and I think that the key thing is if I go and look at, it should just be Bower install. Although possibly like bundle, if you just type Bower, maybe it works. I don't know. I'm going. Oh, I want that job.
It didn't work, just Bower.
Do you want to share your screen? I mean, you know, why don't you share your screen with me?
Yeah, of course. My screen and So I try. I think it's
that. That Bower install. I think that you can do. Bower space install.
Okay.
And I'm just finding but so if you, yes, I think actually maybe our instructions.
Yeah, now I remember that you said that in the wiki something in the project it was the.
Yeah, we've got the. Yeah, I mean we've got the installation instructions.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Sorry.
But I think actually the Bower install, it may not actually be mentioned there. I'm just going to edit the page and update that. But so have you tried running the tests or doing anything else?
No, not yet.
Yeah. Is that something that you want to do now with me here, just in case you encounter any issues? Or we could be, if you had other questions about the project or what to work on, we could be chatting about that. Or
Yeah, for me it's great if we do all this stuff. Yeah. So
I mean, I think if you look at if you look at my screen, I've got up the thing. So assuming that you've checked out, you've done bundle install, you've done Bower install. There are some other bits about. I mean, presumably you've already got PostgreSQL is already installed on your machine.
Yeah.
It does mention about installing the Qt WebKit headers.
Okay.
So
I got that.
I mean, we might just try and run on your system. I think on Mac. I think what you might need to do. Also, but did when you ran bundle, did it complete successfully? It didn't throw any errors, or how did it go?
I don't.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, actually you've got a failure there, and so exactly this. You've got this failure, which says gem install Capybara WebKit. So that's I think the specific problem that you. I think so. The solution there, I don't know if you can see my screen, which is described in the walkthrough, is you need to run brew install qt.
Okay. Install a qt.
And this assumes that you've got brew installed, which you have, and then it's going to go and grab that. And so the description of this, if you're interested, it says that the Capybara. So you know Capybara, right, from the course. Do you feel comfortable with what Capybara is and what it does?
Yeah, more or less, yeah. I'm not an expert, but I can.
No. How would you describe what would you describe what Capybara is?
It's if a tool to do testing in a web application and allow you to use features like features and then things words like features and scenarios.
In our spec, it certainly does. Yes, absolutely. But so now we've got this. Capybara relies on potentially on different kinds of things. We're actually running the browser, and so the Capybara WebKit gem here, it's relying on having this thing called the Qt toolchain, and basically that's that stuff that allows it to build the source, the underlying like C code or whatever it happens to be, that will allow it to kind of run a remote control of the browser. If that makes sense. So we don't really have to worry about what this is so much. It's just in order to get this to work, we need to have this set up. But it's it's the kind of thing like if you know what the issue is and you can just do it and fix it and it's fine. But this is the kind of thing that people they want to run bundle and get it to work, and it just gets completely they can run around screaming and tearing their hair out because this didn't work. So okay. I'll just say to them, we'll just wait for that to finish. I was just saying that you would love to check out your pairing sessions, but since it's that they are often in the early hours for our time zone, recording is very much appreciated. Okay. And no sign of. I think Jade said she was working with her dad today. So I guess we'll check up with her on Monday. So it looks like that's worked. So I think if you just hit return a couple of times there in the browser.
Okay. What about this RAM brew link apps kit?
I don't think that you necessarily need to do that right now. Just I would first just run bundle again,
okay.
And let's see if it fixes the issue, and hopefully it will. Yes. Now I'm going to have to go. I'm going to get going fairly soon, but hopefully that will fix that issue for you. While that's going on there in the background, I guess what might we do? I guess there's probably not time for me to give you any sensibly helpful information right now. I mean, go on.
You mean you have to go now?
Yeah, I have to go fairly soon.
Okay, don't worry. I can try my own with following these instructions, and if I can't pass anything, I can talk about.
And it looks like it's worked there. I can see from your browser that it's installing Capybara WebKit and it's carrying on. So I might just sort of stay with you until the bundle has installed there. I mean, I was just, obviously you're free to look over the code base. We've got, I'll just, you can see my screen there? So I was just going to show you here. We've got both Cucumber features and RSpec. Yeah, so there's both a features directory, and if you look the initial features, if you look inside individual charity pages, you can see things like I think it's a charity page there. Oh, I don't know if it's that one that I want to. What do I want to start off with? Homepage, individual charity pages, donation info. This is my org now. I thought we had a simple. I was just looking for the simplest one that we started with. Was it homepage? Oh, there we go. This was the very first feature that we had for the site here. So like all of the features that we had for the site are written, at the top. So we've got here local residents seeking support. I don't know if you remember from the meeting yesterday, I was talking, or actually the prep yesterday, I was telling you and Jade about the 3 different kinds of stakeholders. So 1 is a local resident of the area, 2 is a person who's running a charity or volunteer organization, and 3 is the admin. But so we've got our, high-level feature. That was the original Pivotal Tracker story that it was there. And then, how did you find Cucumber in the course? Did you like using Cucumber back in Battleships Web, or was that?
I think I like a more RSpec.
You preferred the RSpec.
Yeah, maybe it's because I use it less. That's all. And
Sure.
so I'm not confident with RSpec, but probably just because I use it more, not because it's better or so I feel.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, they're just different tools. I mean, we have used pretty much Cucumber exclusively for our feature tests, and then we have RSpec for our unit tests and our integration tests.
Okay.
But so we have both, and the little description here will take us through. Does it? Yeah, you can see it after you've done. There's various tasks that need to be run to initialize different parts of the database, but then ultimately you can run the tests. I think there's a copy of it on the table there, or at least there was the stand-up table.
Which is the stand-up table, you mean?
But yeah, so you can run both the specs and the Cucumber separately, but then otherwise it's kind of, you've got the big Rails app, and so you're probably familiar with the Rails app with the separation between controllers and models and views, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and so just we've got some other things that you might not have seen before. Like we've got some services, which is basically particular jobs that need to be run on things have been moved into there. So some of the code is in this services directory, and then we've also got mailers and helpers and so on. But yeah, but it's a relatively big code base, and there's definitely bits of it that need clearing up and so on. But yeah, I'm not sure that there's that much more that I can say usefully right now, and I probably should get going and get on the train. Yeah, but yeah, I'll still be on Slack for a bit. So I mean, if you do run into any trouble, you could pop a note into Slack, and I or then on the local support channel, myself or Marion or Michael or whoever can give you a hand. But yeah, I definitely say see if you can get as far as being able to run the tests, and then see if you can actually then you can just do bundle exec Rails server and see if you can have the system running locally on your system.
Okay. Okay, sounds good.
Cool, nice one. All right, we'll have a great weekend. If you do hook up with Jade over the weekend, see if you can help her also kind of get set up with the same stuff, and maybe we'll try and talk. We'll try and hook up on Monday and get the two of you working maybe on a simple. We'll try and identify, maybe a simple feature for you to get your feet wet, so to speak.
Great.
Yeah.
Cool.
Working on the code.
Yes.
Excellent.
I'm really looking forward. Yeah.
Nice one. Thanks, AJ. All right. Have a great weekend. I'll speak to you real soon.
Bye.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye for now.